All right. Well, let's see if we can I don't know if you guys are at a desk or something where you can actually right in front of you. And if you are, do that. And try and make it so that your palms are facing each other. And so you can just let your head drop between your shoulder blades, right between the two arms, about where the elbows are, and have a few good deep breaths there. And if you're in bed, I don't know if this works for you at all, Ray, but you could put your arms together like this and do them over your head like that. And see if you can get a good stretch out through the shoulders, right down into the arms. If you can stretch your fingers out like a palm and imagine that your fingers are pointing away from your armpits. Take a few good deep breaths. And each exhale, see if you can sink a little bit deeper into your shoulders, relaxing them. That's it, Ray. Just one arm up, tuck the chin down. And switch if it works. I have to help my arm up with my other arm on that one. Good. And then allow yourself to come into a restful position, sitting above your spine, kind of lengthening your spine, sitting or laying as tall as you can. So if you're in bed, you could just tuck your chin slightly toward the chest without kind of squeezing the throat, but rather by spreading the collarbones out towards the armpits. And again, big, full, rich breath. And then relax your hands in your lap or down by your sides, whatever feels comfortable. Allow yourself to tune into your inside realm, in that space that you occupy behind your closed eyes. And imagine that someone told you mindfulness means emptying the mind or achieving a calm. And in actuality, calm may arise, but it's not the goal. So allow yourself to observe the mind moving thoughts, just like little boats down a river. And imagine yourself being the banks of the river, just holding this space for all the thoughts to flow without kind of hopping on any boat, but just observing them from the shore, from the banks, and also observing your breath, observing your body in all the various different ways that it expresses itself right now. Some places there may be sensation, some places not. Some places may have the feeling of the inhale and the exhale, that expansion and contraction. Pay attention. Where do you notice it? How do you notice it? Where can you breathe into your body? Noticing also the feeling of the breath as it moves in the nostrils and toward the back of the throat, cascading down into the lungs, and then emptying out anything that doesn't serve you, either thoughts, feelings, or emotions. And as you're noticing the breath, also notice now the taste in your mouth. Notice the cheeks, and if you can relax the inner cheeks, maybe take your tongue over to 3 o'clock, pushing out into the cheek, and then over to 9 o'clock, using your tongue to push out the flesh of your cheek. And this will help to relax your whole body. And again, relaxing into the back of the throat, and noticing if you smell anything. I actually have a beautiful cannelloni Italian from the Italian bakery, and I can smell it. That lovely little hint of apricot. And what do you notice? Do you smell coffee or flowers, city? And then into the sight. And in that space you occupy behind your closed eyes, maybe you could visualize that river floating, moving between the banks. And you may notice other things behind your closed eyes, perhaps light, movement, shades. Allowing yourself to sink into your mindful presence. Just allowing yourself to be with whatever is, whatever it might be, either restlessness or hesitation or boredom or judgment. Just noticing those things without any of your own judgment, without any opinion. This neutral, equanimous place that you can hold space for all that is. Simplicity of the moment. Recognizing the complexity of life and of our human forms, the thoughts, the feelings, and the emotions, all the various body sensations. And as we begin to draw toward the closing of this particular session, using your breath once again to fill into all the spaces that you can in your body. Expansion on the inhale, and on the exhale, this beautiful letting go, where it's not a letting go of anything in particular, but rather just moving into the flow of life, flow of your breath, and the flow of that water, moving all the thoughts, and feelings, and emotions that are constantly changing between the banks of your river. And then again, just bringing the chin down toward the chest, relaxing the back of the neck, the jaw, center of the brow, before coming back into the room and opening your eyes into the space we share together.